Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Is there really any other word to describe what we're seeing right now other than domination? I mean, it's total, utter domination, and what a total change. I mean, 180 shift from the 4 years of Joe Biden, or let's call it the 12 years of Obama plus Biden, this era of weak men and weak diplomacy, demanding absolutely nothing and apologizing to the world, showing up just to be made a fool at all these public events, just showing up for the photo op and playing nice. Yeah, what we're seeing right now is the complete opposite. Donald Trump is dominating the world stage. And I'd say it's about damn time. And this moment right over here in the United Kingdom, it's really the greatest example of what I'm talking about. Donald Trump shows up in Scotland to meet with UK leaders, and instead of them hosting him, he hosts them at his Scottish estate. They jump on his helicopter, following him around like a bunch of baby ducks. I mean, I don't usually like doing the whole alpha male thing. I think it's kind of corny. But this right here, folks, this was a freaking alpha move. It's obvious who's running the show. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so exactly as I said it usually, the host country hosts the guest. That's pretty normal, right? But in this case, Donald Trump didn't show up to the UK to be hosted. No, he hosted the meeting on his own property.
President Trump now arriving at his golf resort in Aberdeen, Scotland.
And just think about the optics. You've got Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, who's taking a trip to Trump's turf to have a sit down. It's backwards, right? But obviously it's backwards on purpose, because Donald Trump is continuing to signal that he's no longer playing games. He wields the power and he intends on using it. He's not going there begging for respect. He's going there to control the day. And boy, did he. He didn't go there to do the usual diplomatic shtick, showing up to shake hands and smile and say a bunch of empty, vapid nonsense, coming back with absolutely nothing. No, he went there to lay down the frickin' law. And issue one seemed to be mass migration. I mean, he showed up and straight up said that these leftoid globalist morons are, quote, destroying Europe, straight to their faces.
You know, Europe is a much different place than it was just 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And they've got to get their act together. If they don't, you're not going to have Europe anymore as you know it. And you can't do that. This is a magnificent part of the world, and you cannot ruin it. You cannot let people come in here illegally. And what happens is there'll be murders, there'll be drug dealers, there'll be all sorts of things that other countries don't want. And they send them to you, and they send them to us, and you've got to stop them. And I hear that you've taken a very strong stand on immigration, and taking a strong stand on immigration is imperative.
And you could see the blood drain from Keir Starmer's face. You know, these globalist leaders aren't exactly used to being challenged on issues like this. They're used to reporters tossing all kinds of softballs. But in comes the president wrecking ball, and he just freaking goes there. He just says what people know to be true but are too scared to say it. And then, of course, he doubles down and targets the politicians who are at the core of it all. At one point, having some real friendly words for Sadiq Khan, the laughingstock failure mayor of London.
Will you visit London during the state visit?
I will. I'm not a fan of your mayor.
Why not?
I think he's done a terrible job, the mayor of London. But the nasty person, I think he's done. I think
he's a friend of mine, right?
No, I think he's done a terrible job. But I would certainly visit London, yeah.
I mean, this is a president that is redefining diplomacy. He's not coming to kiss your butt and shine your shoes. He's coming to tell the truth. And that seemed to be a little bit of a theme for this trip here. The truth bubbling up, whether it was Donald Trump bringing it up or just a random journalist, and Keir Starmer looking like a deer caught in the headlights, suffering optics L after optics L. There's this moment where a journalist started asking about censorship in the United Kingdom, and watch as Keir Starmer immediately jumps into damage control mode.
Importance of free speech today.
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but
We've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud of that.
There are new powers here to censor your site, state-mandated powers.
To censor my site?
To censor your site and
mean
Twitter
Truth?
and Facebook.
Truth Social?
I mean Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've got some measures which are there to protect children. We've had too many cases in the United Kingdom of young children taking their own lives, and when you look through their social media, they've been accessing sites which talk about suicide and encouraging, if you like, children down that road, and that is what we want to stop. There's nothing about censoring free speech.
But that treats all adults like children.
This country is the proud...
But that can treat all adults like children.
Free speech in this country has been for a very long time. We're very, very proud of it. We will protect it forever. But at the same time, I personally feel very strongly that we should protect our young teenagers, and that's what it usually is, from things like sites.
He opts for the typical leftist angle of pretending as if what's happening isn't actually happening. Oh, I love it when leftoids do that. We have free speech. Oh, there's no censorship here. We're just, quote, protecting the kids. I mean, really? First of all, he's referring to a piece of legislation that's just moving forward in the United Kingdom right now. A bill that basically allows the United Kingdom to censor online content, supposedly to protect children. But there's only one problem with that, and well, we have the receipts.
You've put an elite squad where people are going to think twice about putting an X post or putting a Facebook post. That's the kind of country
they're going to think
you
twice.
have created.
They're going to
well
think
done.
twice about putting out information which will lead 13-year-old girls to commit
Then why not
suicide.
put a child online safety bill?
commit
If it's
suicide.
just about children, is it just about children, or does it
do you
focus on
think
adults?
that should be an elite squad?
Barry, does it just focus
protect
it's not,
13-year-old
I'm sorry,
girls?
the elite squad is not about children, actually. Shall I read you the thing? An elite squad of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment. I don't think 13-year-olds are engaging that. So is it also to monitor adults? Simple question, yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
Okay, there you go.
The bill goes far beyond just protecting the kids. That's just the headline for the real agenda. They want to crack down on anti-immigrant sentiment. In other words, they want to censor the exact thing that Donald Trump was saying. What a bunch of freaks. And what an incredible gaslight in progress, as if we don't know the UK track record on free speech or the violation of free speech. You know, where people get arrested for posting offensive memes online.
Right to jail.
Misgendering somebody online.
Believe it or not, jail, right away.
Where comedians get investigated for their jokes.
Right to jail, right away.
The United Kingdom has essentially become a digital police state. But this absolute clown thinks that he's going to distract you by saying it's for the children, to protect the children. What an absolute clown. And hopefully people are paying attention. Donald Trump walks in, absolutely dominates these people, and then exposes them on multiple fronts. What an absolutely legendary display, and really, what a massive upgrade from presidents of the past. You know, people really sit back and wonder, why is Donald Trump so popular? Why do people like Donald Trump and his style so much? Well, is it really surprising? I mean, come on. It's due to performances like this. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.